Hey everybody, Steven here. Today I'm doing a review for the Logitech G533 headset here. So I know this is a little bit older, but because of the price point with this may be a good buy in 2020 for some people. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to talk about the specs, we're going to talk about the things that I like about this, the things that I don't like about this, and then we'll actually wrap the video up. But something that I'm going to do that's a little bit different is for all of the voiceover for this, I'm actually going to use the microphone. So instead of just giving you a small little snippet, I want to actually do it for the whole thing. That way you guys can really get a feel for what this sounds like, whether you're doing online gaming or if you're actually recording video, which is actually what I did with this for a good while before I got my Yeti microphone. So let's go ahead and get into the specs. Alright, so this is the microphone here. I have changed this in post to just make sure that this peaks at about -7 to 6 decibels so that you guys can actually hear this. So this comes with the Pro G drivers. It has DTS 7.1 surround sound. The connection length is about 15 meters away from the dongle. It is a lightweight headset at 12.3 ounces. It has 15 hours of battery life. And then for the earpieces and head strap, it's foam lined with a mesh fabric. On the left side, you're going to have the flip-up microphone that actually has an extension to it and can bend a little bit. You're going to have the volume wheel, the G button, the power button, the micro USB charging point, and then on the right side you're not actually going to have anything. The whole headset is made out of plastic and it has a decent amount of flex to it. The Logitech G Hub software is really easy to use. You can just highlight the G533 here, click on it. Once you're in here, you can see the volume, mic, side tone, noise removal. When you enable surround sound, you actually get to dictate the volume of each of those 7 different points here. You can change the bass as well. You have these for the first person shooter or the signature studio. You can go front or wide as well with that, and you get to actually tweak all of that, which is really awesome. And the equalizer, you can actually create your own, which is really cool, or you actually can go through and just have their presets. For these you have cinematic, we have the first person shooter, we have bass boost, we have MOBA, we have communications, flat, all these different ones that you can actually do. Or like I said, you can create your own. You can also set a G key to any of these right here. So treble increase or bass increase, decrease, whatever you want to do. Switch audio device, and you just simply drag that over, drop it, and then anytime you push that, that will actually work. The other ones here don't really apply to this. These are the different commands and keys and actions that you can assign, but that's not going to work with the G key itself right here. That's going to be more specific to other things. Alright, so let's talk about the good with this. So this is super easy to set up. Plugging in the USB dongle, downloading G Hub, and then you're really good to go. And I do recommend G Hub over their older software. It's just insanely easy to use. It's one of the cleanest apps in regards to peripherals for your computer, in my opinion, and it's just an overall really good experience with that. I do love the sound quality with this. The 7.1 surround sound sounds amazing. Playing games on this is incredible. The 7.1 surround sound is really good. Whether you're just playing the games, but even watching YouTube videos, or if you're watching a movie on your PC, it's just a really good sound. There's not any distortion at an extremely high volume or anything like that. So that is really good. And then the microphone being a flip up versus takeoff, I like. I have the Corsair H70, which has a detachable microphone, and it's just one of those things that I don't actually detach it because I'm worried I'm going to lose it. So I just leave it on there, and that's kind of more specific to me, but it's kind of in the way now because I don't detach it, where this just flips up, which turns off the microphone itself, which I really like. And lastly, just going wireless in general is a huge upside for anybody that hasn't done that yet. When you do with one peripheral, you're going to want to do that with the rest, because the more cords you can get off of your desk, the cleaner it looks. And it's just nice not to have to worry about, is this going to get caught up in my desk chair? Am I going to wrap around it? For me, I have pets. Are my dogs going to chew up the wires? Which they have. So that is a huge plus, in my opinion, for anybody that is wondering, is wireless worth it? And it definitely is, in my opinion. Alright, so let's go on to the things that I don't like, the bad with this. So the microphone quality, as you can tell, isn't the best. So it's decent, but it's just not phenomenal. And The microphone itself actually extends out and it has a little bit of bend, but it doesn't bend much. So if you're looking at the Corsair H70, that has a lot of bend. I can get it really, really close to my mouth, and it does have that pop filter on it. This doesn't actually have a pop filter on it. I mean, you could probably fashion one yourself, but it doesn't have that, so that's going to be a negative for some people. All plastic. It's not that that's a huge deal, it's just that this actually has shiny plastic on it and it gets scratched up. So I already have scuff marks all over these things. So I don't think that's something that it's going to be a draw for anybody. A lot of people, you look at some of the other shiny components, if you've ever had them and it's not a matte finish, it just collects scratches. It just doesn't look good long term. And the last one is a big one for me, and this is more specific to me, which is that these actually, I think it's just the shape of my head. These just cup my head too tight. Even if I extend this all the way out, then it's just too loose. But if I wear these long term, it just gives me a headache. And I can't wear hats long term. I can't wear sunglasses. I don't do any of that stuff. Just any pressure around my ear and my temple, just it's an issue for me. So I think that is really more specific to me. But if you are somebody that has a problem with that as well, I'm not going to recommend these for you because you're most likely going to experience that here. I think it has to do with the fact that these are a little bit bulkier when you compare them to a wired headset, just because they have to have a little bit more inside of them to make them actually work. And they're a little bit heavier, although they are light, they are a little bit heavier than a wired headset, at least some of the decent ones that you can get that aren't over the top. So that is something to consider. And these are non-RGB version of the G933, which that's going to be even bulkier. So I don't want to go that route personally, because the bigger the headset, the more pressure potentially on my head, and then I know I'm just going to get headaches or any type of irritation on my skull. So that's really the bad for me. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up now. Alright, so in conclusion, are these a good buy in 2020? If you've noticed, I didn't actually talk about the price during this video. Most likely you've already looked that up prior to actually watching my video anyways, but as of this video, these are on sale for $74 on Amazon. At $74, I think this is still a good buy. Over that, I wouldn't actually buy these. I got these on sale year and a half, 2 years ago for $100, and the current regular listing price is $149. If that's the case, I wouldn't pay the $100. I'm not going to pay the $149 for these. So that's something to consider with that. The other thing is, are you needing to stick within a particular brand's ecosystem? I have all Logitech stuff with my PC built upstairs. My laptop downstairs is a little different, but is that something that you're needing to do? So with this, you have this in terms of the wireless, or the G933 with all of its RGB lights and all that other stuff. So that comes with a heftier price point as well, but that's something else that you may want to consider with this. So if you don't need to stick within that, and it's one of those deals where you're trying to look for something else, I actually recommend the Corsair H70s here. I got these on sale at Best Buy for $80, and with this, I don't necessarily like the detachable microphone, but I do like that it can bend and it fits really, really well. My complaint in terms of the fit of these, I think, really is more specific to me. If you can't wear hats like I mentioned, or maybe sunglasses or anything like that, irritate your head, this is going to probably be one of those things that's probably going to do the same thing. So I think it's a viable option if you're wanting to stick in Logitech's ecosystem and it's on sale. Beyond that, I don't think this is something that you should buy right now, when you can get a product that's probably a little bit better if you can find it on sale, because typically these are $100+. So that is it, everybody. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. If there's something that I didn't answer, definitely let me know in the comment section. I'll make sure that I can answer that question for you there. And like I said, thank you guys so much for watching.